Fake honey is all the buzz at the moment, so we've decided to investigate what other foods could be fooling you too. Some types of olive oil, fruit juices and even cheese are diluted, added to or sold as being something they're not.
Although not necessarily harmful to consumers, it's dishonest to hide the nutritional profiles and biological properties of the foods you think you're buying. Joining us now is nutritionist Sarah Lorenzo.
Hi.
Morning to you.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start with that honey. How can you tell if you're buying real honey?
Okay, so you need to read the label. So in Australia, we're really lucky because our Australian laws have to stipulate where the ingredients come from. So we want Australian ingredients made in Australia.
Okay.
Easy to remember.
Yeah, definitely.
And that, it's as simple as that.
As simple as that. But what they're doing, the food forward with honey, is what big manufacturers are doing is they're adding things like cane sugar and rice syrup to the honey and diluting it that way. So people are actually getting less medicinal qualities of the amazing qualities that is honey, diluted with things like cane sugar and rice syrup. So there's the food fraud there.
Is that just to bulk out the product so they can sell more at a cheaper price?
Yeah, so it's for profit. It's to make more profit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, olive oil. What could they possibly add to olive oil?
I know, olive oil is amazing. It's globally possibly the best oil. So what they're doing to it is they're adding sunflower oil to it. So sunflower oil is one of those, it's tasteless and it goes rancid quicker. So when you actually think that you're getting olive oil, that you're actually, when they're diluting it, it can actually go rancid quicker, so people therefore aren't getting those medicinal qualities or the antioxidant qualities that come with olive oil.
Yeah.
So that's the problem, yeah. And it comes from foreign countries. You don't definitely get that in Australia.
Okay, so buy Australian again. How do suppliers dupe people with fruit juice? What are they doing there?
Okay, so with fruit juice, it's interesting because what they do is they actually get oranges and they'll juice oranges and take the oxygen out of them and store them in vats for up to 12 months. So when it's time for production, what they're doing is they're adding water to it and they're adding flavour packs. But what's interesting about large manufacturers is they'll get fragrance companies like Dior to actually make flavour packs to flavour the juice that's been deoxygenated in vats for up to 12 months. So when you're actually getting that final product at production, it has in it water, and of course it's got the juice that's been in the vat for 12 months and the flavour packs, which are full of preservatives and sugars. So that's actually the final product for large global manufacturers of orange juice.
Oh, so it smells nice.
It smells nice and it tastes great because it's got lots of sugar in it and people are getting fooled by that taste. But it's not a great quality for health.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I know, it's really interesting, isn't it?
We'd be horrified to know what was really in food.
And that's just those big this is big mainstream production for products that we use on an everyday basis. Yeah.
Okay, cheese. You think you're doing the right thing to have small amounts of fairly natural products, but what can they do to cheese?
So what they've been doing with cheese is they've been adding cellulose to it. So cellulose is actually plant fibre. So it's an insoluble fibre, and whilst it's actually not bad for us, the thing about cellulose is it's diluting the cheese, the calcium in the cheese and the dairy. So we're not getting what we think in calcium, of course, with cheese. So the cellulose it can be likened to bark, and that's with shredded cheese. So my tip for that is don't buy shredded cheese. If you want to buy cheese in a block. There's less chance of it being tampered with.
Right, so inject
they just can't. It's all those shredded ones.
Yeah.
Buy your own block and shred it yourself.
Gee, okay, that's good warning. Now, flour is added to lots of products to thicken them up.
Yes.
So what should consumers do there?
So flour's added to all those condiments, tomato sauces, barbecue sauces, pasta sauces, even shampoo and conditioner. So what companies are doing is they're diluting it and they're bulking up the product, obviously to make more money, but it's for people. And for me as a nutritionist, when I talk to people about, I might diagnose a gluten intolerance in my clinic, and then I have to go through and say, well, actually there's flour, which contains, of course, gluten, in things as far as shampoo and conditioner, and of course things like tomato sauce as well. So people with celiacs will generally know this information, but it's people definitely with the gluten intolerance, and I see a lot of that clinically, who definitely need to be aware that flour is a bulking agent, obviously to make more profit for these larger companies, in cheaper mainstream shampoo, conditioner, barbecue sauces, pasta sauces and tomato sauces. I know.
Right.
I know, it's awful. It's
Are
been
any
ripped off.
Australian companies doing this? If we buy Australian, are we most likely to be safe?
Our Australian regulations are really good. The laws are great. So Australia has to stipulate where these ingredients come from. So we're very lucky here for that. So products can say things like Australian made, but ingredients are imported, and that's what you want to avoid. You want Australian ingredients. We're lucky. Even when you go back to honey and you look at honey, some labels will even tell you where the hives are in Australian labelling, which is fantastic. I don't want a hive that's near a highway, so yeah, it's great.
This is why our farmers, this is why we have to look after them.
Absolutely,
our farmers really are
yes.
so brilliant because our produce
definitely.
is excellent here. Well, it's good to know. Sarah, thank you.